Hey guys, how's it going? It is October 14th, 2018. Just want to check my record or my volume here. I think we're okay. Hello. Sorry. I should always do this beforehand. I was going to, and then I thought, yeah, where is my recording devices and why isn't it showing up? Sorry. Sorry. That is weird. Okay. Is it because it's here? Recording devices. It will not volume and control sounds. Okay, this is very strange. Either I'm missing something or it's just not. Open volume mixer? No. Okay, I can't get my recording to work. Or I'm not 100% sure. No, I don't like these levels. Oh, what a way to start. Why is that? Here, sounds. I can't hit anything. Well, I know my left mouse button's working, so... Is it something in here? I don't know. Sorry guys, it's just gonna take me a minute. Yeah. Mixer. Device. Okay. See, everything is, that's not going to tell me what I need, unfortunately. See, it opens and then it just closes. That's baloney. Unless it's something that I don't know. Okay. I'll try one more thing, and then I get to it. Welcome to watching me screw up with my computer here. Sound. Okay. Really? I cannot open my sound. Oh, here it is. No, that ain't it. Well, this sucks. I'm just wondering if it's opened up on something else or... Adobe, no, that ain't it. Yeah, new updates. Well, hopefully this sounds okay. It seems okay, but I just don't like... Usually it goes a lot higher, and to me it is low. But we'll go with it. Sorry, guys. I don't know what else to do in this case, other than reboot my computer, possibly, but I don't think I'll bother with this one. I think the volume's high enough, at least, so I apologize if it is a little low. I will probably do a reboot later, because obviously something got screwed up. I've never had that happen before, that I recall anyways, but I haven't had a reboot in a while, so we'll see if that helps later. Anyways, wow. So how's it going? Yeah, there's not much really to talk about. So I figured I'd do what I guess might be a quick little video after all that playing around with trying to figure out my sound card. But not too much. Right now, the Southwest server is not running sessions. As I anticipated last time, and unfortunately I was too busy during those sessions to really talk about too many things, but because I was too busy, concentrating on what's going on, unfortunately. But Um, so the next little while, I really don't. Actually, at this point, I still don't know what's going to be going on with me or the channel. I might just take a hiatus and take relax a little bit, do some other things. The cool part is I'm not in a bad mood, and I did predict that was going to happen back on, I guess as far back as Wednesday or maybe just after it. I don't know if I had another video in between. I don't think I did, but I was thinking to myself, yeah, I'm going to probably be kind of grumpy at this point because I'd be bored out of my mind. Normally, I wouldn't get involved with YouTube that much, but I've actually found some pretty cool channels. Actually, my son and I both found it. We got to go out for a walk yesterday, which was great. It was nice to get out. It was a nice day. It was actually nicer today, so I went for the walk today. We ended up staying inside till I had to drop him off at 3, and that was it. But there is a new channel that caught my attention. Actually, the gentleman's name is Sean James, and his channel is My Self-Reliance. And he's basically he's about my age. He's much more skilled than I am. I can't probably do. I would say what 1% of what he can do. Maybe I'll give myself 5. I won't hit myself up so much on that. I play a lot of. I actually like playing survival games, not because I'm looking for a challenge, but because I have always pushed myself towards. I've always enjoyed the outdoors. Anytime there's either two things that my son and I enjoy, or at least I enjoy doing, and I imagine he's got other enjoyments as well. We were actually having a conversation today about how he's at the age of 10, and he's going to find his own identity. He's already finding it. Like, for example, he likes this game called Creativerse. Well, I can't stand it. We found it together. I tried playing it with him, and after a while, I was just like, look, I'm not interested in this. Subsistence, I actually do like playing with him. I don't play it on my own. It's something I would rather do with him. Uh, but as a solo, I'm not that interested in it because it's just a simulation to me. And I really don't actually get into any other survival game. I actually don't get into any other games, really, when he's not around. I can't think of anything that... well, I was into the iRacing for a while. I got sick and tired of that real quick, to the point where I've boxed up. I tried to sell my my wheel, but they wouldn't take it back, so I don't know how the hell I'm going to get rid of that thing. If you guys are into iRacing and you want a nice wheel and if you want a nice wheel and pedals, it's practically new. Thrustmaster, I don't know what the model is. Beats the hell out of me. I got the original box still, but yeah, I'm it's just sitting around now. It ain't doing nothing. So I've got it boxed up and getting rid of this. But this guy has got, as you can see, he's got over 500,000 subscribers. He lives in Central Ontario. I'm trying to figure out if he actually lives there 24/7, because I know he has, I know he's married, and he has a dog, and I don't know if he has, well, no, he has a couple, at least 2 kids or something like that. Now, he was always, like, he grew up in some small town. I assume he doesn't give specifics as to what towns he lived in. I watched one of his videos, and I kind of seen it, and I thought, yeah, that looks familiar, because I've been through a lot of towns in southern and central Ontario. I think it's up by Barrie. I'm not positive on that one. If I was to guess, I'd say Innisfil, but I could be wrong. But He's actually a little bbit further. This log cabin that he built 2 years ago is actually in central Ontario by Algonquin Park, which is a place that my son and I love going to. Now, I don't have the survival skills, and I've never really, honestly, I really haven't done any camping. I've done a little bit, but not much. Um, can I light a fire for myself? Probably not. Well, I can. I shouldn't say I can, but to do it without matches or anything like that, no, I can't do that. That's something that I've never learned to do. I can't even clean fish. I mean, I've watched my dad do it, and he was into hunting, and of course, he's gone now, but he was into hunting and fishing. And my son is taking a real interest into fishing, and unfortunately, I wish my dad was still around because he could really help him with that. I can't because I mean, for me, I always loved the boating parts. I always loved going, being able to go and explore. I love the outdoors. Don't get me wrong, but I never got to the survival aspect. So for me, that kind of has always fascinated me. So I kind of I went towards the simulations because I knew I could. Anytime you do a simulation, whether it be train simulation or survival games or whatever, whether it be a game or simulation where you're emulating something, like even Euro Truck, for example, is one of the games I have. I don't have the American one, but I have Euro Truck, and I haven't played that in a little while. But that's one that I could use with my steering wheel if I ever get really bored. But I don't think I'm that bored to play Euro Truck. But that's something that I did because I couldn't become a truck driver. Actually, I did it to try to learn what it was like to handle a truck, if that makes sense. Probably a poor example or poor idea, but at least it was something. But no, this channel, we found it earlier today, and he liked it, and I liked it. I said at first I was just like, wow, now this is something I could watch on YouTube. I did. What happened was I did a search, and this is how you get into when you get into the internet and you start what they call basically surfing. The terminology comes when you start doing searches, and one thing leads to another. Whether it's something you're looking for, be it Google or YouTube. I'm not big fans of either, to be honest. I don't like how they take your personal data and they store it in a database, and they start, if you did a Google search for something, all of a sudden you start getting advertisements for it. If you're looking for a place to stay, you start getting advertisements for it. You start getting emails for it as well. All kinds of stuff starts coming your way. But what happened with me was I was getting tired of. We were literally bored because we didn't have anywhere. We decided not to go anywhere this weekend. I decided to take it easy. I figured, we've been out enough weekends lately. So we didn't take it. We didn't do any rail fan trips. He had his normal karate on Saturday morning for his sparring. That was it. So we spent, other than the 1 hour we spent yesterday out on a walk, we watched some wrestling, which was like only 3 hours. The rest of the time, we slept really good and have spent quite a bit of time on YouTube. And I kept on saying to him, I was like, man, I can't do this YouTube. And normally that would make me miserable, but then I started getting into this and I started researching what he's doing, and it's just fascinating to me what he's done. And there's a part of it just like, damn, if I could do that, or if I could get past my fears, or if I get past my insecurities, I guess you'd call it. it was just kind of weird. I mean, I've never wanted to hurt animals, and I did, you know, I never liked the idea of taking a fish and cutting its head off and cleaning it or anything like that. And you know, and shooting deers and stuff like that. You're like, what the hell? I don't wanna hurt an animal. But yeah, I love going to Burger King, or not Burger King, Harvey's in Canada. I just said Burger King as an example. Uh, yeah, Burger King. I usually don't eat burgers at Burger King, but anyways, um, actually I don't. I try not to eat as much as I can at Burger King these days, but I'm doing as little fast food. I'll have pizza on Tuesdays with my son, but generally speaking, I may have a Harvey's on Sunday. Although I had some craft dinner tonight, yummy, yummy. Not the greatest for you, but anyways, um, you know, that's the kind of stuff. It's just like you know, here I am. I'm reliant. I'm so reliant on the conveniences of modern living, I guess you call it, or the rat race or whatever. But man, you know, it's just people. It's just like people. More and more traffic. More and more people coming from the cities down where I live. Some of the bigger cities with the housing, they're down here. It's just like, but to get away, and no, I don't like necessarily getting away on a long weekend either, because when you get away on a long weekend, you're in a similar rat race just to get the hell out. You're in a similar rat race when you're coming back, and that makes me even more miserable. I used to love driving. I don't like driving as much as I used to, because most people are in a hurry. Most people are driving well above the speed limit. No, it's just yeah, it's not enjoyable like it used to be. I just like to get away from people. I tend to be I'm not antisocial, but I tend to be someone who stays. I'm like I've been an only child, and I like to basically do things for myself. So but no, I started looking. We started looking in this, and we started. You know, we've gone through a few hours of this, and it all started with a search for Alaska. I don't know why I was looking for Alaska, but I think I said Alaska. I did a search, Alaska off the grid, and somehow that led me back to Central Ontario to this guy. I'm like, whoa, this guy's out in Algonquin. He built this. You know, it shows. There's this one video. Man builds. This is a very viral video. As you can see, he's got the time lapse, which has the most viral. Alone with my dog in ice storm. I haven't seen that one yet, but man builds off grid. Yeah, see, I haven't seen that one, but he's got all the episodes in here. I haven't tried that one. That was season 1, episode 1, 9 months ago. Time lapse built by one man. Anyways, I might just, you know, watch some of that tonight. And, you know, my son wants to watch it with me too. And I told him, I says, well, yeah, we'll watch it. And if you want to see something, then we'll watch something and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, I said, yeah, we'll have plenty to watch. So, but I know this is, you know, it has nothing to do with my main channel, which is trains, which, I mean, on the trains front, there's not really much else to speak of. There's not anything to report of a Run8. I wish there was. I don't know. I haven't heard anything. I mean, me, it's just the train sim forum, so nobody posts on my forum for the most part about any new updates or any new gossip, and I'm not on Facebook anymore, so I don't hear the latest gossip or rumors. We are now a little over 1 month since the last update, which had nothing to do with really Run8 in particular. It actually had to do with an update for Waycross. So I mean, that's great. Let me just check on that. I want to be sure on that. Let's see here. Let me just double check that. This isn't going to be a long video today, by the way. So they had the fifth update back on July 20th, and then um, there were some bugs in that had to be fixed. So that, very quickly after that, there was another update. I don't know why it says August 10th, because that was July 29th. I don't know, whatever. It says August 10th, but that says right there July 29th, so I beats the hell out of me why there's the difference. Everything else is, within a few days. But whatever. I don't know when it was, but let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say it's August 10th. So, well, yeah, you're 2 months from that. So I don't know what's new. There's really nothing. I mean, if anything, the only thing that's gotten my attention lately is damn Train Sim World, and I haven't really followed it. What's Train Sim World's talking about a freaking editor, and they're talking about Unreal and all this other stuff. That's kind of tempting, because I was looking at Unreal 4 for other projects that I was looking into, but the difference there is, other than not worrying about having to program, and you really don't, because we're talking about a world editor. We're not talking about a world editor. We're talking about developing the assets for a world that's compatible with Train Sim World. So that I've been seeing come up. But this is what I'm talking about as far as information. This is where I get my information from. It is not the best source. I know it isn't. It used to be, but unfortunately, I think they're somewhat biased, or the Run8 people don't hang out here, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, there's team members that hang out here. I mean, but we're talking, okay, so October 14th was today. The last post here, I mean, screenshots. Ezra was posting another screenshot journal back at the end of August, and then you go into the general forum. I mean, I used to post a lot in here, and I'm getting tired of doing it. I mean, look at all the, okay, so RTS2 development has begun. Well, that's been on hold for a while now, and I never replied to it because nobody gave a rat's what about it. Operations series, that got a little bit of interest. Waycross update, there was, I think I had one of the last replies of it, but that was since September 8th. There's, and then there's other questions or whatever, some replies back in September. Not much. So if you're really looking for Run8 information, you're not going to find it here. You have to be a member of the most popular forums. And if there really was some information, I think I'd hear about it, to be honest. If anything was really on the horizon, I'd hear about it. And all I've heard is, the only thing I've heard as of late, and here's what I meant about Train Sim World. Now, there's nothing that has been posted since before the weekend, which is fine. Train Sim World has got a lot of negativity in a lot of ports, like still bad. And another one is any real world feedback. Dovetail is fail. I mean, there's a lot, but then you see some of the replies in here. It's just horrible. But then this post, as you can see, it's almost as, I don't know what the New York City route post was all about, but anyways, I assume that was, I have no idea. Obviously it didn't really get my attention too much. This got my attention though. And when they started talking about the Train Sim World editor, that got my attention, because here's something that is an editor, and how much can you edit? I'm not sure yet. But it has if it's really interactive, then there's a possibility that you might be able to tweak the physics. even if you can't tweak the physics, I hear the physics have gotten better. They're not Run 8 physics. I don't care. They don't have to be Run 8 physics. Again, I had a video a few weeks back. I said, you know, um, as long as you feel you're part of something, that's what counts. And it's been great to be able to do dispatching on Run 8 lately. But as far as running Run 8, I have not been interested. There's just, you know, it got old. It got old real quick. And it has nothing to, I don't think it has much to do about the graphics as much as it had to do with about knowing what I was going to be doing, having an idea as to what I wanted to do. It's, you know, having a plan A, B, C, and D, and not really knowing what the hell is may or may not be available because of just random trains all over the place and a few scheduled trains, but just relying on switching trains, that's not necessarily what I'm interested either. A lot of people think, oh yeah, you're the guy who likes operations, you want to switch trains. No, I don't. I want to have everything in a nice little perfect uh, accurate simulation of a real railroad. Unfortunately, there's only 3 regions right now, and that, you know, that to me is a limitation. Starting my own server, trying to do it again, it's just like I've done that I've bashed my head against the wall too many times. It's not going to happen. I just can't see it happening. I'll never say never, but I just can't see it happening. I have no interest. You know, you can't beat them, you join them. And it was never a sense that I was trying to beat the Southwest server. Um, After all, they were the former RTS Southwest server, so everything that was derived a lot from my original research. And I had a lot of help along the way as well. And more research has continued. Long past the days that I stopped researching it. So California, as it is right now on the Southwest server, is about as good as it gets. And because I'm able to dispatch on a regular basis, seems, you know, I'm not obligated to dispatch, or I'm not a given to dispatch every time. If people want to line up and dispatch and take on positions, you know, I'm not going to be worried that other people may want to dispatch and put themselves on the bid board ahead of me, or say, hey, you know, I'd really like a chance to dispatch. I'm not always as quick to the gun, and I know I may not be the first to reply, blah blah blah, but I really like a chance. I'd be willing to give it up. You know, give up a position or whatever and go run a train once in a while. But because the positions are there, yeah, I'll dispatch. So that's been the only thing that's kept me going into trains right now, and everything else, the Mondays, that's the Mondays and Wednesdays, Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's kind of odd because what used to happen was Tuesdays and Thursdays used to be the days that we did the sessions. Now it's kind of slipped onto either a Monday, Wednesday, or a Sunday, Wednesday. So what was happening is I only had one day really to fill a lot of time. And that would be either today if we ran on a Monday, or Monday if we ran on a Sunday. And everything else, all I had to fill in was a little bit of time Tuesday night, a little bit of time on Thursday night. That's been the normal routine. This week now, that's a big difference, because now I've got to fill in time for, you know, quite a few hours tomorrow night. I still have a couple hours to fill tonight, but not a big deal. I'll keep myself busy for the next couple of hours. I got some used clothes together. I couldn't believe that. I already went for a walk after I dropped my son off. It's been really cool. It's been nice. Um, you know, things are starting to calm down a little bit at work, which is good. They're just becoming a little bit more manageable. New systems in place for the clearing. I'm starting to get used to that. That's good. I like the new system slows me down, but it actually it has its. I like the advantages of it, especially from remotely accessing. Like for example, I found out over the weekend that my shipment was cleared for Monday, so I don't have to worry about that Monday morning. If I peek in on Friday and I'm anticipating an issue, all I have to do is check. It took me less than 60 seconds for me to go online, check to see if my shipment had cleared, and bingo, it's clear. I'm ready to go. I'll be ready to go as soon as my computer boots up on Monday morning. That takes a lot of stress out of the system, because if there was an issue, I could fix it from home, and it would make my Monday go a lot better. So that used to be a little bit of a concern with me if something was, you know, something wasn't right. I mean, yeah. Anyways, I'm starting to ramble on about all kinds of different things, but the point is things are starting to smooth out. You know, there's a few people that are on. There's one person on vacation. I've got others that are on a trip. So I anticipate it being relatively calm. Last week was a busy week because we came back from the long weekend. The only downside about this week is this is the first full week back from that Canadian long weekend from last weekend. It's hard to believe. I can't believe it's only been. It was a week ago today. I was on the long weekend. It's hard to believe it because it seems like it's been a while. And just like, yeah, I'm like, it's October 14th. Are you kidding me? Doesn't seem like it, but then again, at one way it doesn't seem like it, but at the other way it's just like, wow, it's October 14th. I'm like, yeah, it's just like, okay, that's cool. But no, I told my son, I said, you know, if you want to bring your computer, bring it for this weekend. And I said, we can go someplace. And next weekend I'll probably push him a little bit more to bring it. But he has a karate tournament the following weekend in Hamilton. So I'm really gonna push it then. That's when I'll push it for sure, because after the karate tournament, we can go down to Brantford, and I can stop in at Hamilton because I got an antenna for ATCS. Gentleman that had been helping me out says he's got an antenna for me, so that might help my my scanning a little bit too. So not going to have any videos on ATCS for a while. I mean, I don't have his laptop. He's got it back, and no, I'm not in any hurry to go rail fanning or anything like that. So no, it's just you know, I got plenty to do though, so I'm actually probably going to end this here. Sorry for the sound problems, guys. I'll probably reboot my computer immediately after this video and find out what the hell's going on. But it probably just needs a reboot. The resources, well, maybe that helps. Never thought of that. Maybe it was a memory issue. I bet you. Watch this. Watch it work now. I'll be really ticked if it does. Recording devices. No, it needs a reboot. Okay, so I'll reboot my computer and I'll end this. But yeah, if you guys have any more information or news, let me know. I'm curious as to what's happening. Farming Simulator, I haven't done a damn thing in it. Maybe I'll do something, but I just, you know, this is the kind of thing when I was looking at well, it's not on YouTube anymore, but when I was looking at the that outdoor lifestyle type thing and being off the grid and stuff like that, that's the kind of thing that I hope to one day do. So that's just something that appeals to me. I always think about that, but in order to get that far, I gotta learn how to freaking at least yeah, if I don't learn how to hunt at the very, I don't have to necessarily hunt. I can fish if I can find a place to fish. I don't mind fishing, I suppose, but I've never been big on fishing. I've always liked the boating. But anyways, I'm just rambling again, so I'll end that here. So yeah, thanks for joining me, guys. Yeah, I don't know what else is going on this week. If I figure out something to talk about, I will. Otherwise, I will see you whenever the next time is, and you know, we'll get some Run8 going probably in a couple weeks after Mike comes back from his vacation and go back to dispatching. And as far as the RTS stuff, I don't have any aspiration at the moment. We'll wait and see what happens down the road. But right now, I'm kind of in a wait and see, and I'm not that ambitious about getting anything done with that. Too many other factors. I want to see what happens in this year. I'm not worried about rushing stuff out by the fall. So, anyways, sorry for the volume being low, guys. I know it looks like it's pretty low, so hopefully you heard me okay. Anyways, have a good one. We'll talk to you later. Take care.